Hi, ladies and gentlemen. Good day to you anywhere you're listening. I am Yemi Olaleye. I'm a market analyst at FX Pro, and this is the weekly outlook of the trades we are looking forward to take for this week, starting from the June 2nd to June 6th of the year 2025. Happy New Month, everyone. Let's see what the market have for us. From the first factory, our impact news focused. We have the bank holiday on Euro, Italian bank holiday on June 2nd, and 3 p.m. Nigerian time, USD ISM manufacturing PMI is coming up. We have the 6 p.m. Nigerian time US dollar coming up when General Powell will be speaking. We have Tuesday, CHF, JPY, US dollar on high impact news, CPI, BOJ, and JOTS job openings will be coming up. Then we have on Wednesday, 2:30 m, which is on AUD GDP quarter by quarter. We have US dollar coming up 1:15 p.m., which is the ADP non-farm employment change. We have 2:45 p.m. for Canadian dollar coming up with the BOC restatement, overnight rate, ISM services PMI on the USD 3 p.m. Nigerian time. And of course, on Thursday, we have the euro, we have the US dollar, we have an ECB press conference 1:45 p.m. on euro on this Thursday. We have a lot of high impact news coming up for this week. On Friday, of course, we have 1:30 p.m. Nigerian time coming up, focusing on Canadian dollar and US dollar on our impact news, which covers from employment change, unemployment rate, average hour earnings monthly by monthly, non-farm employment change, unemployment rate, and all of these has potential to shift the volatility in the market for this week. So we have to be careful and we have to trade cautiously, especially when we trade with the currencies that has to do with this impact news. And of course, we are done with this. Let's see, we're done with the highlights on the fundamental part. So let's see the highlight we have on the monthly time frame to 4 hours or 1 hour time frame on the currencies that we want to trade for the week. On the monthly time frame for the DXY, we've seen that over now we had the previous low level, which we have seen several times. 2 months ago, the candle of April swept through it, but closed just above it, right here. And when you look carefully, you see the month of May, the bearish candle for the month actually swept below it and closed just below it, which means right here we still have more bears in control. But what are we looking at? There is an opportunity for us to see buy in the future. Yes, we do, because right here we can see momentum for the bullish engagement, which can rally down here before we see significant buy. But that aside, what about the lower time frame? This is a monthly time frame perspective. What about the lower time frame, like the weekly time frame? Let's see what we have there. On the weekly, therefore, we have something like this at this price level, at this range. I can be waiting for the market to still push forward, to still push downward rather, to where we can still have other opportunities for a buy right there. So which means below here we still have another opportunity. Looking at the chart right now, we can still have a place like this. We can still have I'm coming. Okay, I can still look at a place like this. Can still look at a place like this, 98 within that price level, 96, 98. This is on weekly time frame anyways. So which means below this level right here, I can still look for a price just around here for the price to come back here before I take short. So which means I can be expecting a sell before I see a buy. But let's see this clearer on the higher time, on the lower time frame, like the daily time frame. Let's see it. What do we have on the daily time frame? So it's not looking really too clear. But certainly, I'll be expecting bullish momentum on DXY no matter what. I'll be expecting bullish momentum on DXY. So right here, this is a zone here. Let me take this on. Let me take this on. I think this should be better. Okay, right here. Can you see? Just at this price level, I can be expecting the price to come back again to test the zone, and we can have a buy from there. So it means the market will likely sell there on DXY, though, on DXY. So this is a very good spot as well we're looking at. So we can expect the momentum from there to happen. So basically, this is on the DXY daily time frame. Let's see what we have on 4 hour time frame. Looking at it, is there ever a possibility of we even seeing whether we have a favorable gap at any price level? Of course, there's so much things that happen there, but just to keep the story short, we see all of this dump back to this range. Price has moved already, dump back to this range. Then we have a gap to the upside through us with a fantastic bearish candle due to the court cancellation on the tariff war and the rest of that with the US. So it happened. And we had this since then. So on Friday, we had just this candle. So possibility of seeing how this level be broken, and we expect the price to go to our range is what I'm looking for now. So because of the week, if anything changes, yeah, of course, I'm going to do that. If it closes below, We can be expecting more of that till it gets to this level, then pick up for a buy from here. So that is very, very possible, of course. And on 4 hour time frame, let's see what we have on 4 hour time frame. No much thing here. Actually, no much thing. Look at the structure. Look at what we have here. Just bearish momentum all through. Bearish, bearish, bearish. Cover the gap. Bearish, bearish, bearish. From this pattern, we'll be expecting a momentum to push the price up here, right? And that did not happen. So from here, market move back to this range, building up again, back to this same price range. So at the end of the day, we just be expecting a bit of sell into this range to get a momentum and fulfill this. So ideally, this is what I'll be waiting for because right here, this is the only thing I could see. All right, I could see this is what I could see. So the reaction on DXY for this week, we has a lot to do with the currency pairs we want to trade. And this is going back and forth already on its own. And it's not bad if we wait for the Monday to open and we see the closing of the candlestick on the daily time frame for the Monday, then we can still decide one or two things on what to do with this guy. All right. And of course, this level can be taken out too. So a lot of structures are just in this structure. We have a lot of internal range liquidities here, and we have our external range liquidity, which is our target. But ideally, we're still expecting bullish momentum overall on DXY right here. We're still expecting it. Okay. So basically, this is what the price is doing. At the moment, this is where the price is. So the projection is here. So just expecting a bit or to break this low here before we have this bullish momentum back into this range. So either of these is expected in the market for this week. And basically, we're not going two ways, right? We're going one way, but we're just creating scenarios to see how we can react when the market reacts. Okay, we are reacting to what the market shows us. This guy, yes, I'll just keep this very simple. We have a gap here before now on the monthly time frame, so I'm not going to repeat a lot of this. I did this all through last week. So for the community, and we make some quite amount of money from that. Okay, this is on monthly time frame. Look at this, look at the targets, look at where the target is. Monthly, 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 and right here we have a bearish momentum or a favorable gap zone where the price can come to in the future, which is at this price level. And this is very, very good. Okay. This is very good. At least there's something leaving us with an expectation for a bearish momentum. But this week is quite long. Of course, this week is also quite long. So are we expecting the price to actually retrace from here down here before we see another level of buy? If that will be happening, that would be about how many pips? 342 pips, which I'm not expecting for this month. Because last month we had a very fantastic bullish candle, did about 700 pips on Euro US dollar. That was April, rather, April, month of April. So currently, this is my outlook on this. Whatever happens, if we have a bearish momentum, we're still going to have that bullish momentum. So that's why I'm looking at it from that perspective. But let's go to the weekly. Let's see what the market is saying. I'm going to take out this guy. Of course, I'll take that this guy. On the weekly time frame, we had a series of weeks that the market was just bearish and chopping to the downward side to make this price a balanced price range right here. We have the bullish push out. The last week we had this just like that. So price was just within this range, within this high, protecting the price, looking like we're still expecting more sell. But look at the market, it has created that, it has filled that level. So this entry drill was really real. It has filled that level on this particular week. That was like 4 weeks ago. So looking at this from this perspective, what do we have for Euro US dollar? On the Euro US dollar on the weekly time frame, we've seen that on the daily time frame. This is what we're dealing with right now. A lot of ranging markets right here, looking at see if we're not going to see an opportunity. But then let's look at the market carefully. The previous week we had bullish momentum, and now we created a internal range high, which is right here. And of course, we had an internal range low too, which is right here within the price context of what we're saying. So what are we going to do now? Are we expecting more bearish momentum from here, or are we expecting the price to break above here? At the beginning of the month, the first very few days of the month, we actually do a trap, so to say, a trap. Then the market will start moving to the original intended direction going forward. So basically, I wouldn't say you should rush into the trade. I wouldn't rush into the trade for the month. Most likely, I will wait for the Monday to pass out and see the direction and see what the market makers are having as planned. So we can trade alongside with what they are doing. We can see from different perceptions or different perspectives and different scenarios I've created, but which of these scenarios are actually they are going through. So whichever it is that they're going through is what we go through. Basically on the daily time frame right here, nothing really much happening. But let's see the 4 hour time frame from the last outlook we had on last week. We've seen a series of fair value gaps and a version of fair value gap right here, creating higher highs, created lower low. We're expecting we're seeing shift of market structure. Basically, we're expecting the change of character and all of that. But right here we have just the inversion of fair value gap zone, which I'm expecting the price to stay down here. This is about 87 to 90 pips on average before I expect a buy. This is the internal range low that I just marked out, and this is the internal range high I just marked out too. So basically, if this will be buying from here, then above this level will be the take profit, which is about 159 or 150 pips on average. So this is how I'm going to be gauging this, right? This is how I'm going to be gauging this. Look at this. So at the end of the day, it's just about me saying more bullish momentum right here, higher highs and higher lows, market creating this shift, then breaking this high again. This is just what I'm looking at. And of course, market can break below, then we look for opportunity right here below this gap because there's also a gap zone here, almost forgotten, but it's not really forgotten. Look at this. This level, I standing as this is, liquidity can be found here. Market makers can come here to seek liquidity. So yeah, that is also possible. They can seek and destroy right here. All right. So basically, I'm just keeping this very simple, expecting more bearish momentum on Euro US dollar based on what we've seen so far, right? So I'm keeping this very, very simple. This is it right here. Okay, let's go to the other guy, Great Britain pounds US dollar. Um, okay, I'll be looking at this on monthly time frame, starting from the monthly. On the monthly time frame, it's been bullish, of course, and this also left us with a bearish it left us with a bullish imbalance zone below it right here. So which means we can be expecting the price to always come back here and fill it in the future. But what are the conditions of the fair value gap being filled rather? Looking at this, the price is breaking almost above this internal range high. So which means the buyers we're going to be having may be different, maybe really be different for now. Until we see a change of character to the downward side, we can be expecting this to be filled. But for now, I'm not expecting it to be filled. So let's see what we have on the lower time frame. Let me take out this high and go to the weekly. On the weekly outlook, therefore, last week or previous week showed more or less like a bullish Marubozu candle. That's a powerful bullish momentum, and that also made us to understand that we can be expecting the price to come to the next high as target. And currently, last week did not close that way. Last week closed as a bearish candle. These two candles together, this guy grabbed liquidity, closing this way makes it a bearish Aramic candlestick formation pattern. Is it coming back into this range before we know what to do? We are not sure yet because on the weekly time frame, we've seen the gap that we had there has been filled before now, so we don't even need it at all. If not, we would have been expecting that the price may likely come here and grab liquidity and move on to push towards the higher price level right here. But that is not the case right now. So what exactly are we looking at? We had a bearish last week, and how will that affect our trading this week? How will that gauge our expectation? Go to the daily time frame. Let's see what we have. On the daily, the price actually moved down sharply on Friday from the Thursday where we grabbed liquidity from this price level. You know, we grabbed liquidity from here before on this doji candle as our demand zone, right? And then let's see 4 hour time frame. Let's see what happened. So the price moved, and just half of the movement, it started retracing again and again. So what are we expecting from this? Therefore, we can be expecting the price to actually do a little bit of buying on the daily time frame before selling. And this is the daily time frame. Look at it here. Look at it here. This is bearish. This is a massive bearish momentum, right? So we can just be expecting a little bit of sell to what price level? Let me just see. Let me see. To this week level, right? To this week level. I can just be expecting this to happen a little bit, just a little bit of it is not much. Then coming back here. What's wrong with this? Coming back to this range. So this could just be what I'll be expecting from this guy. But then let's check it out on the 4 hour time frame. Like I said, what is it on 4 hour time frame that we need to see? This bearish momentum is much, right? After taking highs, creating lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, and this is a bearish candle here. It's closing below the low that we saw right here. And for me, I could just wait for the market. Let me just take this out. Okay, let me take this out. So what I did before was looking for the bullish opportunity from this price level. Okay, so I'll still be expecting that bearish energy based on this candlestick that comes here. Okay, so there's still more liquidity below this low right here. I think I need to change this guy. It's really affecting me. Okay, from here. So I'll be changing. I'll be expecting the price to still break this low regardless before I expect more bullish momentum from there. And if this is going to be a sell momentum, then this should turn out to be a buy, whereby we can see how the market will take out this level. Then from here, we short. Okay, from here, we short down. All right. From there, we short down. So this will be if the market is going to say, I'll be expecting it to take out this high. All right. And if this is going to buy, I'll be expecting it to take out this low here. Okay. In fact, I have already I last week I made this outlook here before now. Okay. So that is that. On AUDUSD has been a ranging guy. This was my outlook on for last week. It pushed, but it moved from here down. Of course, it moved down here from there to here and pick up a buy about 50 pips turn to up to this price level before it started doing all of this. But I was expecting it to do more buy. Anyways, on the monthly time frame, that's what we have on AUD. On the monthly time frame, this is what we had on AUD. AUD has been a bullish momentum, but then it tapped into, let me see, it tapped into the uh fair value gap that we had, the very fair value gap zone. It tapped into it and reacted. So which was here. And it reacted and it closed this way for last month. So for this month, what are we expecting? More bullish momentum, most likely because we have a balanced price range here. We do not have a volatility level below this price level on the monthly. So let's go to the weekly. If we do, we're going to find out. I can take out this guy. And of course, this is so much of a range on weekly time frame for a currency pair, more of a range. On daily, let's see what we have. On the daily, also very, very much ranging. Right here, I can't really decide what to do with this guy because he's not looking too juicy. But from what I've seen so far, I've seen the energy here to the upside after grabbing liquidity here, back and forth, move back here. Blinks me with this bias to see more bullish momentum on AUD US dollar. As long as we're expecting more sell on DXY, we're expecting more buy on the AUD USD as well. So this is on daily time frame. Let's see what we have here. Let's see what we have. Yeah, it's on AUD US dollar. Look at this, too much of a range, too much of a range. I did this for some of these pairs. I will wait for Monday to play out before I actually come around to check them out again. So for me, this was the buy I expected for last week. It didn't happen. And currently, this is what the market is doing, right? And this bullish momentum is not really too strong. It's not showing like it's strong enough. Okay. But then I will still be waiting for it. This was the stop loss level here, right there. So I will still be waiting for it to play out. This is on 4 hour time frame. This was this low here. All of this level really does I don't really count them now because price has been ranging for a very long time. And it's okay. It's okay if the price is doing that. So is it possible that the price will actually still do something like this down before it starts to buy above before it gets here? Well, let's see how that plays out. If this one is faking us out, then this guy will also do that. So let's see how that play out. That being said, let's see what we have on the USD card. USD card, really, I analyzed this for a sale rather. It's actually sold reasonably. It sold well, and it has gotten to the price I even expected. Look at this. If you check last week, you'll see the analysis there. This was on this was fulfilled. Okay, so what else are we expecting? Let's see the monthly time frame. On the monthly, is a bearish momentum, very massive, and there is a also a bearish guy above it here, but it's not looking like something that will happen now because this closed well for a bearish momentum for last month. So I'm not expecting it to buy in here anytime soon. This is about 342 pips. But of course, where can we be expecting more bullish momentum or more bearish momentum from this angle? Let's go to a lower time frame. So I'm going to take out this way. I'm going to take this out. Starting afresh on the weekly. On the weekly time frame, what do we have? Last week ended as a candlestick like this. Can you see that? Ended up like this. So last week it ended up like a doji, but not a doji anyways. But it grabbed a lot of liquidity at above the current price level rather. It grabbed a lot of liquidity above the current price level. So what are we expecting? We can be expecting it to come to the next zone, right? We can be expecting it to come here. Yes, of course. So from here to here, we give you about how many pips? From here to here, we give you about 197 on 200 pips. Let's just say 100, 200 pips rather. 200 pips on average of bearish momentum into this range before we have a buy on this particular currency pair, USD card. Okay, USD card. So this is this on daily time frame. Let's see what we have. On daily, is it looking the same? Let's see the opportunity on daily time frame. This is so much of a bullish, right? This so much of a bullish, bearish rather. This so much of a bearish. We had a bullish run right here. So if we're going to be chasing this, then we have to wait for the market. I mean, chase in the sense that we're chasing it with the outlook, not jumping in and out. Okay. So following up with this, that's a better word, right? Following up with this, we can expect the market to price down here. We see a bullish momentum change of that character from there, and this. So this will be the outlook I'll be expecting on USD card. Basically, still expecting more sell on this guy. So if USD card is showing us this, then a little bit of buying before selling happens, or the Euro USD, European pound US dollar is not out of proportion, right? Okay, let's see 4 hour time frame. That's what we have on 4 hour time frame on the USD card. Nothing really much happening here. Nothing really much. But let's see the real contest. Right here we have a very fair value gap above the last three candlesticks that closed for the last week. And we can wait for the price to actually push into here, take out this low, then we expect more bullish reaction, bearish reaction from there. So this level here. Can you see that? So ideally, this is fantastic. This is what I'll be looking at from this perspective. This is what I'll be looking at. Okay. So this is on 4 hour time frame for me on USD card. And let's go to the 1 hour. I think I may say something more interesting on 1 hour time frame. 4 hour time frame, 4 hour time frame, 4 hour time frame. Okay, so this on that. Yeah, of course, possible. And 4 hour time frame, one of that thing that looks very good for me is this on here. It's not too juicy, but it's a very good or nice place to be expecting the price to get into. And this is about 50 pips down. When it does, we can spot a buy opportunity from there. Okay, that is also fantastic one on gold. Sorry, on USD card. So let's see what we have on USDJPY. Oh, USDJPY, it pushes well for us. Actually, if you remember where we analyzed this from, it did about 400 and something pips from where we analyzed it from, 416 to 420 pips rather. And I anticipated this entire movement down here, but this ranging, I never anticipated it, but it's okay. It's not surprising. I wasn't expecting much ranging right here. I was expecting a push to this price level right here. Okay, I was expecting a push to this price level before we have another series of buy and all of that. But then this is what it's doing currently. No regrets. We tried our best and we made some good money on this pair, of course. We did in the community. All right, and let me take this out. Let me take everything out. Let me just go to the monthly time frame, see what's going on. On the monthly time frame, May closed as a bullish candle for USD. So I'm going to take out everything, all right? Sorry about that. USD JPY, we had a great candlestick for that month because it traded above to close this balanced price range rather. So this is a balanced price range, but what I do not really like with this is it's giving us a setup above and below the current market price, right? So right here we are dealing with this range, we're dealing with this range. So let's go to the weekly time frame and let's see what's going on. On the weekly time frame, therefore, this price level has cleared all the balance price range here. We had short bearish momentum and bullish momentum, leaving us with a ranging bias right here. So all of this zone level that we've seen is just to clear the price, and liquidity was just above it, below it, which was grabbed before now. Can you see that? So if we extend this, you will see the price has been here multiple times. So for the price to be here and back and forth, price coming back and forth, then it simply means we should be looking forward for a sell on that because why is the price coming here back and forth, back and forth? So we still have more bearish momentum on this. That's the meaning. So ideally, I won't be biased on this. I will look for what the market is showing. Then we can take that opportunities more seriously. Price is here, price is here, price is here. After moving this much, why is it back here? After moving a little bit, why is it back here? Is it the price wants to break this level and close below it and dump further? Let's see that. This is a daily time frame, very possible. This is a price level here. There might be nothing to stop this momentum when it breaks. So very possible. This could just be the outlook, right? This could just be the outlook. And let's see the 4 hour time frame. Let's see more something more solid to wait and to hold on to. On 4 hour time frame, let's see that because of the week after the break, after the presentation of the Monday candle and daily time frame, we'll have more insight on what to do for this week. Trust me, I believe so. So long we're not having a ranging candle. Okay, we have so much range to here, and of course, this is also a bearish momentum here, bearish imbalance zone, where we can expect the price to come into and push it down. Okay, this level, I expect it to be broken, and of course, we have a fantastic level here. Look at this. This is a structure. And if this will be broken this way, then expecting the price to come here is not out of proportion. Where is the place? Right here. Expecting the price to come in here. I'm coming, what's wrong? Expecting the price to come here. Okay. So with that, I can take out this guy. I don't love messy charts. Can you see that on 4 hour time frame? Can you see that now? This is what I just put there. This is where the market is right now. This is what I just put there. Can you see the difference? All right, this is just really outlook for me. I'm looking at this price level like the market wants to take it out. So basically, I'm just going to be keeping it safe till then. All right. On the daily time frame, look at how it's looking from here to here, back and forth. Look at the price level below it. So I'll just be waiting for the price to react. Basically, Monday will be a very good time to still see the daily time frame outlook on these pairs. Okay, let's see what we have on. I think we should check the golden move. We analyzed the GBPUSD and it's moved well. So basically on good, we do not have much thing going on there. On good, we only had something like this. I drew this on during the week, in course of last week rather. So I was showing around what gold is capable of doing, a little bit of retracement and boom to the upside. So basically, I was still expecting more bullish momentum, but right now, what we've seen here is a sequence of a ranging building up momentum, right? Of a range building up momentum. So expecting more sell on gold right here. This is on daily time frame. But let's start from the monthly. Let's start from there. Let's start from the monthly time frame. Gold has been bullish forever on monthly time frame, so nothing more about that. Going to the weekly, it's still very much bullish on this momentum part, but it's been really, really ranging for the past 1 month now or more. It's been ranging. So you can only make more money on this if you're trading it on a lower time frame. Can you see that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, come on. It's too much of a range. And on daily, this is what I'm looking at on daily. This is just the liquidity break, liquidity momentum, rather, momentum in this trend line. So I'm just expecting the price to just pull out at a point in time above this level to break the all-time high again. So basically, this is on daily time frame. Let's see what we have on the 4 hour time frame. On a 4 hour time frame last week, we expected the price to come into this range. It did, and it pushed out well, about 730 something pips, right? And then we've analyzed this and waited for it for about 2 days before it happened, I guess, yeah. So basically, this is so much messy, but I believe you understand what I meant. So I was expecting this to happen. And last week, it didn't push down much more, but we were able to grab this. Just a short-term intermediate intraday opportunity. But ideally, this is what we're looking at on the higher time frame, expecting more bearish momentum on gold based on what is constructing right here. This is a trendline liquidity. Okay. So when this channel is broken out, then we know exactly what to do again. On the 1 hour time frame for gold, let's see what we have here. On the 1 hour time frame, it's not looking too different, anyways. Not really much. It's just forming that energy bearish momentum rather. Lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs. Grab liquidity here, back and forth, lower lows, lower highs. And now this is what we have. So it could be it's going up, break this level, drop down further, and let's just see how that reacts. But we are done with this session. We're done with that other part. And this is the low we have here. This is the intermediate high price level, and this is the intermediate low price level right here. So we can wait for the price to react. We can wait for all of this bearish energy. How will it end? Because right here, market is creating a range. Okay, so let's wait and see how the market will react to this level. And ideally, at the end of the day, we still very much bullish on gold. After this whole movement back and forth inside the range, we're still expecting the price to hit the higher time frame zones. Okay, and that will be a bullish ride on the higher time frame. All right. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, this is where we're stopping for today. Thank you very much for joining. It's quite a time. Have a wonderful trading week ahead of you, and bye for now.